I wanted to talk to you about layer and class standards. The way you create your layer and class standard is you create all the layers that you think you'll need on most projects. Create all the sheet layers that you think you'll need on most projects. I'm not going to create these for you. I've already made these. I just wanted to show you how you use a layer and class standard. And you create all the classes that you think you might need. When you create classes, you can assign graphic styles to them. So that, for example, a roof structure might have a specific graphic style, like it's got no fill, it's got dash style. You create all the design layers you need, create all the sheet layers you need. Then you go File, Save as Template, put into the Vectorworks folder, so I have to go to my Applications folder, go to Vectorworks, Standards, and put it into my standards. This then becomes a standard file. So if I start a brand new document and I want to create some new classes, I can click on the new button, I can choose my standards, and there are all my classes already in there. So it makes it very easy to start a new job and to put in design layers. And you can use your control key on a Windows machine or an Apple key on the Macintosh to choose a few out of the list. Let's set up this one. So I need a cover sheet, I need a site plan, I don't need a foundation plan, I just need that plan. I don't need that one sections. So you can see you can pick out the sheets that you want. You might have to renumber them, but yeah, it's not much. And so you can see it quickly builds all the layers and classes that you need in a project just by grabbing out the standards that you want. On the CD at the back of the Architect manual, there is a more complete one of these, which is the, I'll just show it to you if we go to New Zealand Standards. The New Zealand Standards file is there at the back. So we can go, if you have a look through here, there's a lot more there's a lot more classes. So I've got classes for all the different components I use on a project. I have more design layers. Sheet layers have different names in my standard. Let's go to New Zealand Standards. So they have different names. Back to design layers. New. Let's get them from New Zealand Standards. So you can see there's a lot more layers there that you can choose. So if you want to use your own layer and class standard, go for it. Set it up the way you want. If you want to use my one, that's okay too. You can also edit mine if you want to. So you could open my file. It's in the standards folder. So you could open up my standard. You could play around with it. And you could edit the classes and get rid of things that you don't want. You can change the colors of things. And that would then flow through every time you needed to use your standard. You'd then have your new updated classes and layer names and sheet numbers. One of the things when using a layer and class standard, you might notice that I've got a title block on this, or a drawing border on this layer. When you use this layer as a standard and bring it in, it does not bring in the title block. It does not when you change a scale and you import a design layer from your standard, it uses whatever the active scale is of the layer you're currently on. So it doesn't matter what scale you make your layers in your standards.